When you have access to a network of people, that literally breaks the cycle right there. Because when you can walk into a room or you have a need, and you could just say, hey, just call such and such, automatically it changes. What would you say is a means to an end for our people?
Yeah. When you say a means to an end,
like how do we overcome that? How do we, how do we change the narrative? Because I obviously have some ways. Like I feel like I'm changing the narrative for the next generation by taking in disadvantaged Black and brown boys, bringing them into my house, giving them a different experience. And the big thing about that, and people I think sometimes take for granted, is that when you have access to a network of people, that literally breaks the cycle right there. Because when you can walk into a room or you have a need, and you can just say, hey, just call such and such, automatically it changes. My boys now in high school already doing apprenticeships and figuring out what they want to become now, in high school. Because I realized that the fact that the moment that you could determine what you want to be in life and you can connect that, the earlier you connect that, then you're gonna put that work in that's required to go through your process of your education, and then you're not gonna take for granted the opportunities that you have in front of you, right? And so, how can we magnify that on a larger scale across the country?
So that's a great question. I think that obviously picking back off of what you just mentioned as far as the access, that's a very simple way to do it, right? I think there needs to be more platforms like what we're talking about now, because I know with my generation, entrepreneurship is common, right? Like it's expected in the sense that, like I was talking to my mom a while back, and like growing up in the 70s, like someone running their own business was rare, right? It was like you either had to work somewhere for maybe 20 years and you just go off on your own and that sort of thing. But my point, if you will, is that I think living in the time that we do now, I think highlighting and showing more entrepreneurs and people are on that journey and showing them an alternative, and really like really shining a light in a very intentional way, having more platforms, wherever they may be, shining a light on these things will definitely open people's perspectives up, that we're more than entertainers and athletes.
Yes.